Hi everybody, this is Mr. Roche. I'm in the Fab Lab, so you hear a little bit of noise here, but we are working with a potentiometer, and we are working to hook it up to an Arduino, and we are working to incorporate its use in our Midi Arpeggio player, which is great. Okay. So what you guys did in class was you took a potentiometer, which you have with your kits, and you hooked one end up to ground, one end up to 5-volt power, sharing it through a rail. Okay, it's a little bit different. You don't have to hook it up just like this. And then one is going to go actually to pin A0, analog pin 0. That's what we're going to use. Okay. So so what I want to do is I want to show you how to write some code for it. The code I'm taking is right from this site here, but we're going to incorporate it into our program. Okay. So what's going to have to happen is you're going to need two things, just like we had the button pin here, okay, and the button state. Like we're going to also have the same kind of thing. So we're going to have a value for both the pin, the analog pin that we're using, and the state, the stuff that's coming out of it. Okay. Okay, and those are both going to be integers. So we're using A0. Okay, so I'm going to make an int for pot pin analog. I'll do that just so you know it's there. So it's going to be 0, and then there's going to be like pot value, and that's going to be also 0 in the beginning. Okay, so we're going to set that up. That seems great. Okay. Interestingly, with the analog stuff, we don't need to do any, there's no setup. We don't have to do any kind of pin mode, because I think the analog things are set up just basically to take in input. So during our loop, though, what we're going to do is we are going to look at the button pin, and we can also now look at the pot value. So I'm going to copy this, okay, and we're going to say pot. Okay, I can just paste it. Pot value equals, okay, and this is analog read, and we're going to use the pot pin analog. Okay, and that's going to get us a value. Okay, and then actually the only thing we really want to do right now is just kind of read it. Okay, and I want you guys to see how this would work. And what I need you to do is actually get you a note. Like we have like a root note, okay? And the root notes can be let's look at this for a second. Well, first off, what I want to do is I want to get this, okay? And so what we're going to do is we're going to get the pot value, and we're going to get the button state, like that, right? That's all good. But before we check the button, update root note, okay? That's what we're trying to do. So this root note right here, okay, which is right now automatically set to 48. What we're going to do is we're going to look at that based on the pot value, okay? So anyway, but for right now, what I want to do is I want to test this out, okay? So I want to go serial, okay, print. Okay, we're going to get this pot value from here, okay? Like that. Okay. And what I want to do is I just want to show you what it looks like. So what's going to happen is this is going to give us a number, but what we're going to do is we want to find out what the numbers are, okay? So this thing is sending back a signal which gets interpreted here, and it's going to come out a number. So let's see what that looks like, okay? Now what we want to do is we want to check it and run it. Okay, one thing just to remember is that we normally run for the MIDI, we run 38,400 in terms of baud rate. For this, we want to run at 9600, okay? Like basic, but I think it takes a long time to do these print lines, okay? Which are not MIDI commands and stuff like that. So I think they have to go through at like a slower rate, and that's why we're going to do that. But what you want to do then is go to Tools in your Arduino menu and make sure you're on the right port. Okay? Like right now I'm running like two things on my serial thing, but I want the one that says Arduino Genuino Uno, okay? And then that's good. And then you can verify it, okay? If you're having trouble, if you don't have any trouble, it should just say done compiling, and then we're gonna upload it. Okay? And it'll upload, and there it is. Okay, and then what we want to do is go up to Tools, and you want to look at the serial monitor. Okay, and there it goes. Okay, so this is what the potentiometer is doing. Okay, and what you're doing is, I'm going to stop this auto scroll. What happens is you get a value when you turn the knob. Okay, so the knob should go, like if I turn it all the way down, it actually should go to 0. See what it's doing? Okay, so right now it's reading at 0. That'd be like one side of the potentiometer. Okay, and then as you go up, it goes up to a number. Now what I want you guys to do is tell me what the number is, okay? And prove to me that you have this going, because it goes up higher than this, okay? But I'll stop mine here, okay? And that's what you want to do. Now, what we got to do though, so then we get a number from 0 to something, okay? And what I want to do was, I want to look at this for a second. Let me go here for a sec, sorry. Go to our classes for a second. What we need to do is translate that number, which goes from 0 to a pretty high thing. It goes up into the thousands, okay? I'll tell you that. And what we need to do is translate it to MIDI, possible MIDI keyboard numbers, okay? And the MIDI keyboard numbers are here, okay, on this MIDI note chart, which will show you that we're writing from like actually 0, which is really low. I don't think we'd actually do that. I think we'd probably start at like 36, and we can go up to, you know, go up to 127 if we want. But it's only like 127 things that are being mapped to something that goes to like in the thousands. So for every like 5 degrees on the potentiometer, you're going to go up a note. That's what we're going to do. So what I need from you are ideas on how to do that. So what we've done is we've gotten the pot value, okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to make a thing that's going to determine the root note, okay, is going to equal something based on pot value, okay, and I'll just do this for right now. Okay, and if you can help me out and give me the note, or give me the equation for this. So something like y equals mx. This is sort of pot value times something is going to equal root note. That's what we're going to do. We'll make a little function based on that. So we want to try to figure that out. If you have any ideas on that, that would be great. Okay. And then what we'll do is we'll look at the potentiometer, and then we'll go serial. Root note is, okay, and we'll do this. Like that, okay? And then that's the thing. So then what happens if you push the button, then it plays this new root note, and that'll actually work. So that way you can adjust the thing. And then we'll write something for your arpeggios. So that's what we're going to do. That's the homework. What I need to do is get this part of it running, okay? Get root note. Oh, I forgot to do that. There you go. Get root note kind of running, okay? And if I run the, I can upload it. Okay, and get ourselves to serial monitor again. I want you to show me that yours is working. Okay. So there it goes. Okay, you can see mine's going down here. Carvy's really carving, making a lot of noise right now, but we're going to still handle it. Okay, so we're good. And this is what we're looking for, okay? Okay? So thanks a lot, and we'll talk to you later.